While many of us are now putting away our Halloween decorations, others are now just starting their celebrations for Day of the Dead. The multi-day holiday started in Mexico thousands of years ago to honor loved ones no longer with us. Montse Ricosa shows us how the tradition lives on in Milwaukee and the ways it helps new participants grieve.
They say if you put out things like bakery and bread and water, that the spirits will come.
Coming back to Earth on November 1st and 2nd for those who leave out pictures, memories, and bread made just for Day of the Dead.
It's a tradition.
Roberto Villafuentes, owner and baker at La Nueva Bakery on Milwaukee's South Side, makes over 2,000 pan de muerto or Day of the Dead bread from scratch every fall.
These are bones. I use 3 of my fingers to shape it, and it makes it look like tiny bones, and then we put like a cross. They can also mean like teardrops.
Whether covered in sugar or sesame seeds, once the finishing touches are done and the bread is baked, then they're ready to be placed on ofrendas or altars.
It makes me happy to see people come and buy our pan de muerto. It's like a dream come true, actually.
As Day of the Dead recently popularized in the U.S., it was a chance for people like Robert Sanchez Jr. to get to know his ancestors.
My father, on my mother's side, he was a musician, and I just found that out recently.
Learning that creativity shown in his artwork was passed down through his bloodline.
To me, it's a real spiritual connection. I always feel they're with me. I always feel like they're cheering me on and excited about the things that I do.
Meanwhile, Maggie Kuhn,
I put little things out, snacks that Michael loved,
is creating her 6th altar at Latino Arts.
I had actually gotten this skull for Michael, I think in 2018 or 2019, because of the mohawk, because one year he himself created a blue mohawk on his head. So that was the idea. So these 2 pieces go together.
Piecing together memories.
The process of this creation and going through your loved one's things and thinking about who they are and holding their things is so healing.
Healing the loss of a loved one by telling their story.
I have a wonderful son named Michael who died in a car crash in 2020 at age 23. But he lived a beautiful and full and creative and adventuresome life in those 23 years. And this is part of how Michael's legacy and memory and soul lives on, is by me creating this altar and then others coming to see it.
Maggie collecting items that would bring her son Michael back, if only for 2 nights.
Losing a child is shattering, and I needed to find ways to bring myself out of this isolating, dark grief.
What goes through your head when you're putting together your altar?
To be really honest, initially it's always a little bit difficult. I feel some resistance each year to doing this because I'm delving a little bit further back into my grief.
This year adding to the altar, memories of her recently departed father, Michael Kuhn.
He lived a long life, also full of adventure. My dad was a doctor here in Milwaukee. He birthed over 10,000 babies. He was an OBGYN. So that's a big part of his life and his legacy.
Through the beginning of life to a never-ending love.
I saw my mom really lighting up, thinking about others remembering my dad in this way.
Making an ofrenda does more than just bring back spirits. It brings closure.
In our society, death and grief are very hidden. They're almost shameful, or they're things that people feel they need to get over, be strong. What I love about this tradition is how out loud it is about death, and that death doesn't need to be feared. It can be joyful.
Joy while breaking bread with the dead.
Thanks for watching this CBS 58 Sunday Morning Story. Subscribe here and make sure to tune in to CBS 58 every Sunday morning to see more uplifting stories like this. And check out our other playlists on YouTube. You'll find everything from Everyday Heroes to our CBS 58 Hometown series on CBS 58.